Hey, how are we doing today, guys? It's Rocco Gigante. I'm sure this will be a big surprise. Not a lot of commentaries are uploaded on this channel, but I figured with the way this community is going, I'd upload a little something and discuss a topic that's been on a lot of some of the newer guys and some of the older guys' minds. So without further ado, I'll hop right into why this commentary is being made. And it's simply a state of the community. I wanted to address many families. Now, this community is at a very interesting crossroads where you're having the intermingling of the generation. So you have guys from 2014, 2015, 2016 who are older, and they're starting to rise through the ranks of their respective families. And then you have some of these, younger kids coming in. You have, the 13, 14, 15, 16-year-olds who are coming into this community and thinking they know everything. So, this video is not only for those new guys, it's also for that quote-unquote older generation. So, I'm going to explain in clarity and in full Gigante's stance on this community and how we operate. Alright, so I think it goes without saying, Gigante is free mode based. This community is free mode based. Every time I hop into a Discord chat, or I hop into an Instagram chat, or I hop on Xbox, I have messages from certain crews in this game saying crew versus crew, or TDM. And of course, every time we decline. And the crew that calls us out seems to think the reason we decline is because we're quote unquote scared or we aren't good enough. And that's simply not the case. I've explained it to many people before, but I'm going to explain it in this video. TDMs, or CVCs, whatever you'd like to call them, are a lose-lose situation for us. They are short-sighted, and they are short-termed. If we beat a family, in the grand scheme of things, it means nothing. A month later, that win is going to mean nothing. If we lose to a family, well, it's also going to mean nothing. In the grand scheme of things, that loss will mean nothing. Why, you ask? Because it all reverts back to the simple fact that this community is free mode based. We could beat you in 1,000 TDMs, but if you could whack all our high ranks, then all those TDMs wouldn't matter. Same goes vice versa. We could, lose 1,000 TDMs, but if we whacked your Dawn, it doesn't matter. And I don't know about you guys, but Ezio and myself are not about to bring Gigante into situations where we cannot gain something. That is a waste of our time. And the most important currency in life is time, because there's absolutely no refund for it. Now, I want to move into part 2 of this conversation. And this is about private free mode wars and free mode wars in general. Alright. So recently, and I'm gonna single out a family here, but this is a message meant in general for many crews who have called us out recently. Alright, Votto recently has called us out. And they've asked every day I'm in chats, they're saying, private free mode wars, free mode wars. And I'm gonna pose a question to you and this community. What can we gain? Because the way that we look at it, we have whacked your boss, we've whacked your doc, and we've whacked your Dawn. Not to mention, all 3 of those hits were done in a matter of 48 hours. There's absolutely nothing we can get from beating Votto. And I previously touched on this very briefly in the Mr. Don Votto assassination that is on the channel. If you go check the description, I believe I said something along the lines of, we're not going to pay these gentlemen any more attention, because we weren't. But once again, every day I hop in chats and I get the same tired messages from many of the Votto members about, oh, Gigante is scared, they're not facing us, and we're better. Listen, guys, you're not. And the most baffling thing to me is, they sit around and they say how good they are and how they're better than us, but yet they can't even protect their highest ranks when it comes to free mode wars. And they can sit around and they can say, well, we have better gun skill and you sit on rooftops with snipers. Listen, guys, we whacked your ranks. You haven't got us. And so when you come to me and you go, hey, Gigante, come private free mode war us. and we don't do it and you wonder why, it's simply because I'm not about, and Ezio's not about, to put our high ranks in a position where they could potentially be whacked for no reward. There's nothing we can get from fighting you at all. There's absolutely nothing. We have whacked your ranks. That is the objective of this community. You have nothing for us. You've already proven, once again, just like in GTA 4, you've proven to us that you are nothing more than loud mouths. You are far below us, and the difference between Gigante and Votto is simple. You guys are down here, we are up here. Alright, to sum this up, what I'm trying to say is, Gigante would rather play families where we haven't whacked their entire hierarchy, or we'd rather play families that are newer, and so they have a new group of hierarchy to shoot. There's no sense in us going and fighting families like Votto, where we've whacked their entire hierarchy, because once again, there is nothing for us to gain, and it just becomes redundant and boring. So, I'm not going to ramble on in this video forever. I'll end it right here. I hope you all enjoyed this little commentary. Don't be expecting any more. But other than that, I'll see you guys on GTA. I'll see you in the free modes where it matters. Buona fortuna.